Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So Lexa is officially out because her internet is down, by the way. She just messaged.
What is she?
As I was typing to her, she replied, by the way, internet is still down, I'm trying, but I don't think I'm going to play.
Oh.
Use your cell phone hotspot.
Yeah, that couldn't get too expensive for 3 hours, or...
I don't know. I have unlimited, so as far as
Me too.
that kind of stuff, so or data.
And I slowly step off of social media as a bunch of posts come through.
Or worst case, just get on Skype and somebody can push buttons.
Hey, it's not like we haven't done that before.
Yeah. While driving.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Well,
we don't have a will in the party.
We can capture one.
Right?
You, sir, your name is Will for the day. You are going to be our Will.
Did your servitude for the day.
So, see, the whole idea is it's probably because it's a stealth mission. You want to leave Gunny behind. That's all. Now, do we want to sally forth and 3-man it, or reschedule for next month is the question.
That's a tough call.
I mean, I think you guys can 3-man it, but that's just me.
I'm up for either. I mean,
Yep, I'm game.
Well, what's the worst that could happen then?
We die.
we die.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
Then we totally get Lexa and Gunny on a solo game session to rescue you guys tied up somewhere. You've got 1 hour to rescue your team. Should you fail, they will be shanghaied and sent off on a nautical adventure.
Done.
Should you choose to accept it, I can give you 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Or no, 3 raccoons in a watch coat.
This bottle will self-destruct. Because it was made by Theo.
It's a masquerade, right? We're going to?
Yeah.
What I read.
Well, the beauty is it's the festival of fools and masks. So everybody, basically it's Mardi Gras, is having a good old time parading in the streets and wearing masks and being silly.
Hard to put a mask on a
Steam Jack.
construct. Yeah. Doesn't really do much for him.
Yeah.
So as the camera pans down in the Five Fingers, you see festivals going on everywhere, little poofs of fireworks happening. As you guys totally heard rumors of this, charter that totally is another one of Boomhowler's shenanigans, because he's like, I got a boat, I need a charter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Need to know all the secret pathways and shoals and smugglers' islands.
So during the celebration of fools, a cartographer that you know of called Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
It's actually Lazaro, but it makes me think of Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Lazaro Thuren is throwing an extravagant masquerade at his manor in the Five Fingers, not too far from the high captains themselves. Enter the Danger Zone theme song. Rumors say that he guards a legendary nautical map, the map that reveals the ghost routes, which, as your friend Boomhowler has told you, are supposed hidden inlets and submerged ruins that pirates through the ages have used. Some say the dreaded Black Fleet themselves have used them to invade and disappear into the oceans.
Nice.
But they're not as tough as the legends say.
Except for that one ghost captain.
Yeah. He's pretty badass.
He just scares people by looking at him.
That's true. He does. So I think we need that map very much.
Sure.
I mean, at the very least, it could be sold for a pretty penny.
Yeah. I mean, if we're that short-sighted.
So, just one quick question. Where are you guys parking your new boat? Is it parked near your headquarters? Are you parking it off in the inlet? Just so I know for my record. Dead silence. I've achieved silence. I like this.
Well,
I would
I
ask
thought-
the captain.
I thought we were. I thought we were putting it into a shipmaker to have its appearance altered so that it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that its owners
after-
doesn't. Has that
So after
been
it's
happened?
been given the heave-ho, where are you parking it? Yeah, enough time has passed.
Okay.
Now that we're at the beginning of spring.
Then yeah, it makes sense to keep it near our headquarters we can rent a dock.
I was just wondering in case you guys ever need to make a quick getaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to make it a campaign just to get to it.
No, yeah, that's why rent a dock near the headquarters or move into a dock near our headquarters so we don't have to rent or make a dock our headquarters.
Buy a dock space. But, yeah.
I think for now we'll just rent a docking space. But yeah, we want it parked on our island near our.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys, totally get ready for the big heist, montage, as you guys, throw down the basic city map on the table. The Gentleman in question's manor is over here on Captain's Island
Okay.
and is in the same zip code, so to speak, as at least one of the 5 Captain Kings. So you know you want to be very quiet and sneaky.
Yeah.
Quiet and sneaky.
But I still think we want to take our boat over there so we don't have to run away by land if it comes
Well,
to
yeah,
that.
I mean, got a boat now. Why
Yeah.
drive or why walk?
Exactly.
Okay? So on
Through to its test.
which shoreline are you gonna get a sloop to pull your ship into?
And see, that's
The manor that you heard that he's at and throwing his little party at is pretty much the middle-ish of Captain's Island.
yeah. Yeah,
Here,
that makes sense on the north side.
here.
Well, the
That
south
one's-
side seems closer, but getting away we have to go around, so I like the north
Yeah.
side.
Okay, so parking your boat over here in the blue box.
Yeah.
What? Ain't one
A little
available
closer.
over here.
Unfortunately, those harbors aren't free. Guess who the closest ones to the captain's houses are used for?
Whatever. We're important.
As you're
Frank
seeing their giant, beautiful gilded ships with rows and rows of cannons.
Yeah, but don't they know Captain Boomhauer?
They
Come
will.
on.
Eventually.
The legend of his exploits has not reached these 5 legendary captains that run the 5 fingers.
Wow.
And I'm fine with that for now.
Because most of the captains are actually more like admirals of their own accord.
Well,
So
yeah.
you have the cross streets of the manor marked.
Okay.
During the montage, is anyone doing anything particular? As Mia is definitely repairing Gunny and giving him an upgrade.
Yeah. Well, downtime in between, I made some ammo, so that was about it.
You
I
found
tinker and carouse.
you found where Mia stole your ammo making kit and took it back.
I mean, if we're talking like full montage, though, it's like, yeah, I probably would have done some recruiting. I mean, we need some protection for the ship. I don't know what other crew we have, but I would have probably tried to recruit some marine types for the ship.
Oh.
And a pilot. I mean, I will pilot.
Well, I'll let you handle that. I don't know nothing about hiring no damn pilot. I can get people to protect the ship. I'll let you handle the piloting part.
Sure. Yeah.
So, Boomhowler, give me a persuasion check. Actually, give me an insight and persuasion if you're hiring a pilot.
Okay. Well, insight.
Insight to see how good he is compared to how much, he's bragging about himself. You totally, with your beautiful insight of 9, hire the most competent sounding pilot ever. He has many stories of many storms.
And I'm stupid enough to stupid pilot. Oh my God! Nope, I didn't hire him. He wanted too much money, and I couldn't talk him down. Holy crap!
He did, in fact, want a large amount of money to pilot your ship and handle security. But did you want to pay this overpriced pirate?
No, I will wait for someone more affordable to come along. I have plenty of piloting skill, and we've got Callus is hiring security, so I don't need him for that, and I just can't afford it at this point.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe it's the winds of luck saving your sails from hiring somebody who over-bragged about how good he was, didn't want to reduce his price tag.
could
So,
be.
so Callus, go ahead and give me your insight and persuasion check.
All right. All right. Well, here goes this one. Hey, not so bad.
Okay, so you seem to be finding a group of 4 competent men-at-arms. You know, you've got some military background there. You can spot a fake, as opposed to callous, hands that say they do work but are actually not calloused hands at all.
Yeah. And there we go.
Oh.
And they will do security for the minimum you would expect to pay someone of decent caliber.
Okay. Sweet. That will work. How big of a team is it?
4 of them.
4? Cool. All right.
But they only answer to you.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, they'll listen to the captain and double check with me, but I mean,
conveniently, he totally says, "You do not listen to that woman, Mia."
oh, definitely, definitely. That's for darn sure. That's the last person to listen to. All right.
I've added them to your gang.
Sweet.
Yay. Thank you.
The boat has its own security. They get free room and board on the boat, and just don't let anybody steal it.
That's fair.
Sweet.
Okay, as you're doing your montage, and the copy of an invitation that one of the printers sent to you guys as your inside guy sent you a copy of the invitation. It's a very piss poor copy, but it's a copy nonetheless, giving you the date, the time, the phrase to say, even though it's a poor imitation, if you were to be asked for the paper.
We'll make it work.
Don't ask what me I had to do to get a copy.
We'll make it work.
What do you guys do?
I'm going to be wearing clothing appropriate to attend a gala like that.
Ooh, so you're going to go Boomhowler's going shopping.
But I'm also going to bring with me a stealth suit I can change into in case I need to. Gonna wear, the dark clothes underneath so I can just take off my fancy clothes and slip away into the night.
So the question is, are you going to go for clothes that make people go, ooh, ah? Which that type of outfit's going to run you about 200 gold pieces. Or something really nice that will run 75. And by the way, ooh, ah has benefits.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go ooh, ah. I'm a bard, for goodness sakes. Dandy is in the job description.
Okay, so you're going the full royal outfit. It's the ridiculously gilded and garbed outfit with silks and some furs and some gems and some gold mixed in, and a beautiful mask that matches it, because this is the time of year for that all the mask makers are totally making masks to match the outfits. Because, it's like Mardi Gras. What does your mask look like?
My mask. It is going to. Oh, do I do a simple yet elegant and bejeweled domino mask, or do I do a sea dragon?
Kelly, by the way, you're muted. I heard you say sea dragon, but you're muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean,
sorry, I was eating.
Being a pirate and all.
Yeah, I'll go with the sea dragon. I was debating between an elegant domino mask or a sea dragon, but I'll go with the sea dragon mask.
It's funny because I could excitedly hear her shout, "Sea dragon!" But she was yelling across the house. That's how good my hearing is.
Yeah, so am I still muted, or can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sea dragon mask.
Sweet.
Okay. So, by the way, this beautiful outfit that you come back with will give you advantage social checks at the event because it shows that you are of money and wealth and you should be at this party. Just to let you know.
Yay.
Spend the gold, get the perks. What about the rest of you guys? As Boomhowler comes back with this elegant outfit, as all of the henchmen are like whistling and catcalling you.
Yeah, well, you forget. I remember I picked up fancy duds from home, and when we were there, so I just need a mask.
What kind of masquerade mask are you looking for?
Do they have a really pretty, like a fancy version of a gas mask?
Nice.
No, seriously.
I will definitely say in the Iron Kingdoms, somebody somewhere has one of those bougie masks that have been either gilded in coppers and golds, or I'm envisioning the porcelain ones, like they did the porcelain brazier, porcelain gas mask that's been gilded. So yes, I could see a gilded gas mask as totally being a thing. How much coin are you wanting to spend is the question.
Well, how much would a working gilded one cost me?
A working gilded one? That's a good question.
Because, I grew up with money. I don't think of money quite the same as other people. So by buying a bougie one for a ridiculous purpose, that'll work.
Yeah, that's in character.
Yep. And I'll get an inspiration token.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I want to shop and to get the inspiration.
I overspend.
Okay. So as long as you want it functional, for 15 gold you can find a nice one, or you can go ridiculous for 30 gold.
30 gold.
And in fact,
the inspiration token.
For the 30 gold, you can actually tell them what colors to make it so it actually matches your outfit from home.
Awesome.
Everything
beautiful. Is like off color. It's like gold and chartreuse.
But what does your mask look like? Just a gas mask?
No, it's a fancy, schmancy, pretty gas mask. Filigree gold, augmented with chartreuse, and a few peridot.
Okay, then the question comes last but not least for Callus.
He's wearing his Marine uniform.
Let's see.
And don't forget, you have fancy duds for my family too, because remember they didn't want you
Yeah, I know.
bumming up the place.
But what's the typical expectation as far as individual important people's security and so forth?
Ah.
Well, go ahead and give me either an insight or a history check for this type of event.
I'm looking at Captain for direction, so
Oh.
but I have no clue. That's why I'm asking. Like,
Oh.
so I'd rather him make it because I don't know. That's why I'm asking. My insight sucks. So
You're a trench dog. You're looking at the captain to give you some insight.
I mean,
Thing
he's
is, my
smart that knows parties, not me. So I mean, what kind of weapons or what can be brought and expected, or
I mean, I
Like
think
how
if
the bodyguards look and what do they carry, kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
yes,
oh yeah, and I would think a formal military uniform actually might work well as a functional but also costumey. I guess okay, I will do the insight check first.
well, I'm looking more for what can I bring, not necessarily what I'm going to wear, because
No. What
I
can
already
you
got what
bring
I'm
weapon wise?
wearing. Yeah.
Um because your rifle is not concealable at all, is it?
I mean, it's carbine. It's a carbine, but it's still, yeah, decent size. But I mean, that might be acceptable for bodyguards. That's why I'm asking. Or is it pistols or acceptable
Yeah.
knives or?
Well, I think pistols minimum. The carbine,
Oh,
I don't see why not.
just
If
for
you're,
your insight.
yeah, okay, fine. I'm not
With
great
your
at insight.
insight check of 10, you're thinking long rifles would probably be appropriate if you were outside the manor, but not inside the manor.
Yeah.
And most of the security would probably be dressed alike because that's what people of society do is they put all their monkeys in the same uniform. And if there
True.
are masks, you're pretty sure you could ask around for that.
Well,
See
I'm
how I
not going to
dropped
be.
that
Yeah.
tip for you there.
I'm not going to be one of their security looking. My intent is that I am cleaning up and oiling up my studded leather armor, and then we are accessorizing the leather armor or the studded armor with a uh, mask and attachments that would accentuate and mimic the captain's attire.
Oh, so you're going slightly matchy.
Oh yeah, I'm his bodyguard. So
Okay.
I'm his strong arm, and so yes, I'm going with the sea dragon or whatever look and
Motif.
yes.
So go ahead
But
and give me a deception check for bouging yourself up as well as gussing your weapon up to make it look more artistic than just functional.
all right,
That might be good at that too.
what am I doing?
Deception.
Deception. All right. Really? At a +6?
Wow.
You rolled a 2. So it looks like your kid came in and said, "I got a school play going on tomorrow. I need a costume." It looks okay-ish, as you can see the blatant lacings of the bullet holes that have been stitched shut, and the stab wounds that have been stabbed into the armor.
I'm
It,
working.
it looks fine. It looks fine. That's not poop stains at the bottom of the coat there. No, not at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that mud or
Yeah.
blood? I can't tell at the bottom, and you're like, yes.
Theo, can you work with him?
Can I just dress him?
I will let you guys roll again as the montage happens when he's like, "Look what I made," and you guys are like, "No." You're doing the fashion
No.
montage where he comes out behind the hidden wall there, dressed in his uniform that he just buffed 2 spots, and you're just like both. No. And then she goes back and does the clothing montage. And then I will let Callus roll again with advantage with Theo's help.
All right. I mean, I don't do the party scene stuff. That's just not my shtick
Yet.
We see the
Alright.
montage of a bunch of the little minion kids being put to work cleaning your leather.
All right. So here we go.
Solid 15. He comes out from behind the hidden wall there, and he looks presentable, the most presentable I think you guys have ever seen him look. Now,
I think
in regards,
the sharpshooter medal is a little much, but it's a party, so it'll work.
Right? And I mean, and if you think, if I have to, we could purchase a pistol instead of taking a rifle, but
I was gonna say you haven't picked up a single pistol this whole time.
I haven't. No.
Oh, why break the trend? Although
I've thought about it. Yeah, I've thought about it several times as just as a backup, but just never really happened.
Oh, who are we kidding? Callus takes the rifle with him to the outhouse.
And is that odd?
For most people, yes, that's what the shotgun or the pistol is for.
Oh, I could pick up a repeating pistol.
You might want a backup pistol that you can, because the rifle might not make it through the door if we have to go in the front door. Hopefully you can go in the back door.
I'll be right on your heels. What are you talking about? Because I'm your security. I'm not sure you're not entering from the back door.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
You know what? I do have a pistol, but you know what? I would like to buy a repeating pistol.
Something nice about not having a musket.
Well, there's musket and there's pistol, but I would rather have one that has a 5-round magazine like my carbine.
Having to reload in the middle of combat sucks.
Yeah.
So in regards to your mask, what kind of mask are you looking for? Are you wanting one of the homemade ones from the kids in the compound? Or are you looking for something nicer?
No, that part I'll definitely, do something, like I said, similar motif of what he's got going, but less pronounced because, I don't want to show him off or nothing.
So are we talking the 5 silver pieces, really crappy one-day good mask, or are you spending a little gold for this mask?
I'll spend a little gold.
If you want something matchy,
I'm Mr. Fancy Pants' guard. I gotta be decent, but I don't want to overshadow.
You could find something decent that would match, or at least be close in the same zip code, for 10 gold.
Okay.
I will give him the 10 gold.
Oh, shit. All right then. Yeah,
all of a sudden,
I can't
you see the
overshadow His Majesty's presence.
No.
All of a sudden, we see the montage of you picking up masks, and she totally picks up the nicer one and gives you the gold coins. Go buy
it. I'm not going to complain. It's a frivolous expenditure anyway, so yeah.
Which is why I'm perfectly willing to make it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a bunch of fluff and craziness, but hey, whatever we got to do.
It's all part of the disguise. So is there any
Exactly.
other prep work you guys are doing?
I don't know what to prep for this kind of an event. Sorry.
I mean, it is a heist too. So I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I know. Well, that's why I'm wanting to come prepared with weapons and armor and.
you got your basics covered.
Yeah. I have my weapons. I've got my outfit. Got not going to have Sunny or Mia.
Are
I don't
you
know if
gonna
there's
look
much I
to?
can do except get in Theo's way while she prepares her arsenal. And I don't want to do that, so I will just warm up my vocal cords.
Okay. I mean, you do have a shoddy invitation copy. You could
Oh,
always go and see about either making your own copy or maybe buying, bribing, or blackmailing the printer into giving you a good copy.
yeah.
Or there is always research in regards to the mythical map. Maybe more details about the map. I know it's early in the morning, so I'll throw out some hints.
What does it look like? I mean,
You
what
could
is
always
it
go to one of the
purported to be?
local cartographers who specialize and ask them for some information. And you can totally see the local cartographer rubbing his fingers together when I say ask.
I will visit the local cartographer, the one with the back office, not the.
As you're heading over there and you're seeing people getting ready and making masks for the festival that's about to happen, as you know, the background, we hear you whistling a little song that sounds something along the lines of map maker, make me a map, make me a map, and
Find
make
me a
it
find, catch me a catch.
Come on, the song writes itself.
It does.
So is anyone going with you to the cartographer?
I'll go.
Sure.
Okay. So the two of you guys go to the cartographer. Are you going to the seedier cartographer as you look across the street and there's a dark and dank street with an alley with a shop that says cartographer? Or are you going to the nicer upper end cartographer?
I'm going to the seedier cartographer.
Okay. So
or
you
we
go
could
to this.
split up. If you want to take the high end and I'll take the low.
I mean, technically, you could always do both as long as you're willing to pay. I mean,
Compare the charts.
Well, let's start with the seedier and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm expect they have more connections in that area.
As you go to the seedier cartographer, immediately, the skeezy sailors, you're stepping down into his shop. You feel the damp moistness and the scent of fresh parchment and vellum and ancient parchment and vellum blending with the smells of different inks. As this sailor's like slamming his fist down on the counter with the cartographer saying, I told you, these are the best reproductions of my captain's charts. I want top coin. And the guy totally looks at him and pulls out a dagger and he's like, you'll take this and leave those, or you get this. And the guy glances at the dagger and glances at the bag of coins and eventually weighs his options and he's like, fine. and snatches the coins and walks off and kind of rudely bumps into Boom Howler until he looks and realizes just how big you are as he's walking up the stairs. He's like, "Don't do business with this thief, this con artist, this forger of charts." And you totally see a dagger get flinged across the room and goes doing, into the door frame above you guys. The guy leaves quickly with that. As the cartographer looks across at you and waits for you to come in with his big ass monocle that looks like a bifold. Poor Theo is choked up on the smell in here. As you're smelling all kinds of foreign molds from foreign books and pages, and you just see shelves and shelves full of scrolls everywhere with little signs saying what continent, what island range. As the cartographer looks at you with his big venomous curly white hair and his skin that's like parchment itself, as he says, "Are you here to buy? Are you here to sell? Or are you interested in a trade?" And he steeples his fingers and moves aside a quill set to make space for you to put some more parchments as he starts rolling up the parchment he just bought. And moves, you see a row of daggers sitting in a wood block.
Well, I am going to walk up to his counter and slam down 2 gold coins heavily onto the counter and lean over him and say, "I'm here to buy. You're not a forger like the man said, are you?"
"Oh, I am a forger. I am a forger of some of the best charts found in any captain's quarters. I never take the original charts. I always make my own reproductions or pay for simulacrum of knowledge."
But you don't falsify.
"Of course, I would not add bravado to my charts."
And you say any captains. What about a ghost captain's charts?
A ghost captain is just as real as any other captain, if what I've been told from the Nightmare Kingdom is true. And everything I've been told of the Nightmare Kingdom is true." He smirks, and you see he's got like 5 or 6 blue teeth.
And would you happen to have access to charts?
You name the waters, and I've got a chart for it.
So first off, I'm going to look at his walls and check, because you said he has labels for continents and masses and waters, and I'm just going to see if any of those are made up to impress rubes or if they're all legit.
I was going to say, check an area that you used to sail and see if it matches your memory.
Yes.
Ooh, do me a favor and give me either, as some of the maps sound very crunchy.
Sorry.
Give me a history check. Or if you're proficient in navigation, whichever is better.
Navigator tools?
Yep.
That I am proficient in. Okay.
As you pull out one of his maps and you gently open it up. The cartographer looks at you with one big eye, and he takes his monocle down off his reading eye. And he watches you. He judges you. He totally insight checks you.
And that's a great place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.